guys, welcome to ITS Information Technology Skills. This is the 12th topic of our C Sharp full course tutorial for beginners. So here we're going to discuss a for each loop. So what is a for each loop? This is the loop wherein it executes a statement or a block of statement for each element in an instance. So pinaka-common to na ginagamit if you want to get the elements inside an array. Okay, so we have the syntax for this one. We have the for each keyword, and inside the parentheses is yung data type po nung variable or the elements inside the array. And next, we have the variable name. This will be declared. Then we have the keyword in. Then, of course, we have yung array name po natin. Then next, we have the curly bracket. Inside the curly bracket are the line of codes to be executed. So let's say we have problem number 1. Write a program that computes the sum of all elements in an integer array. So for example, let's say we have an array named numbers, and these are the elements. We have 20, 1, 5, 9, 5, and 12. So based from the problem, we're going to compute for the sum of all the elements inside the array. So dito na po tayo sa may IDE po natin. Then copy this code first, and I'll be explaining kung ano ibig niyang sabihin. So here guys, meron tayong ginawang code na ito. So we have here yung data type in po natin, then yung variable po natin na numbers. So this is how we declare array sa C# po natin. Then we have this as the initial elements inside the array po natin na numbers. So we have 20, 1, 5, 9, 5, 12. Then we have the variable sum. The data type is integer, and we initiate this as a 0. Okay? So yung value po niya makakompute po inside the for each loop. So we have the keyword for each. Then we have yung parentheses po natin. Inside the parentheses, makikita po natin we have another data type po natin na int. Then yung number po natin na variable. Number here, ang value po niya will be the elements inside the array po natin na numbers. Okay? So, the code that will be executed kapag nag-run pa po yung for each po natin, we have yung sum plus equals to the current value of a number. Okay? Dahil po, i-compute po natin yung value ng sum. Outside the for loop, we-print lang po natin siya. We have yung string po natin na sum and yung na-compute po na value. Now, if you try to run this one, ang makikita po natin na output is 52. Okay? Bakit po 52? Kasi pag inad natin to lahat, 52 po ang total. So, if we're going to look dun sa example po natin, makikita natin na meron po tayong sum of numbers equals to 52. Now, let's try to copy this one. Dapat po, ma-print natin yung mga numbers po natin. Okay? Then, sa baba po niya is yung na-compute na sum. So, let's try to do that. So, para po dun guys, ang gagawin lang po natin is magdadagdag tayo ng code dito sa loob ng for each po natin. Okay? So, dito na lang po sa baba ng sum plus equals number po natin. So, mag-print lang tayo dyan. Gagamit tayo ng console.write. So, bakit po console.write ang gagamitin natin? Kasi ayaw po nating mag-next line. So, gusto natin ng output po is yung pag ganito. So, maglagay lang tayo or mag-concatenate lang tayo ng space para po may spaces yung mga numbers po natin. Then, maglagay lang tayo ng prompt dito before niya mag-for each. So, ang gagamitin din natin dito is write din po para po katabi ng mga numbers yung prompt lang natin na numbers. Then, after that, of course, madi-display na po yung sum na na-compute. So, let's try kung similar po siya dun sa problem natin. So, dito po guys, makikita natin na print na po yung mga numbers po natin inside the array, pero hindi bumaba yung sum natin. So, ang gagawin lang natin dyan is maglagay na lang tayo dito ng console.writeLine para po before mag-display yung sum is mag-enter po muna siya. So, now guys, makikita natin dito sa output natin, bumaba na po yung sum natin. Now, let's try another problem. Count how many vowels are in a given string. So, for example, we have yung string po natin. Welcome to ITS, Infotech Skills. Yan po ay dapat i-input ni user. Then, it will count the number of vowels dun po sa na-input natin na string, which is, we have here 9. So, dito po ulit tayo sa IDLE po natin. Then, copy this code first, and I'll be explaining kung ano ibig niyang sabihin. So here guys, ito po yung code na ginawa natin. So we have here console.write, enter text here. Ito lang po yung magiging prompt ni user para masabing kailangan niyang mag-enter ng text dun sa part na yon. Then, we have yung string po natin or the variable text. String po ang data type po niya. So, ito po yung input ni user na text. Then, we have the variable vowel. So, ito po yung mga vowel letters po natin. Then, we have yung variable po natin na count. Siya po yung mag-i-increment if merong makitang vowel dun sa text na in-input ni user. So, here, for the first, for each, this will get the letters inside the text na in-input ni user. So, next, we have another for each. Meron po siyang variable V. This will be the letters na A, E, I, O, U dun po sa vowel po natin na variable. So, ang tatanungin po natin, if a V is equal to the letter, pag vowel po yung nasa letter, it will increment the value of count. So, in-next line na lang natin yan para mas visible para sa inyo. Okay? Kaya meron po tayo ditong count plus plus to increment the value of count. So, after the for loop, pag nakuha niya na po lahat ng mga letters dun sa text na in-input ni user at na-compare niya na po dun sa mga vowel letters po natin, we're going to display how many letters ang na-count po niya. So, we have here yung prompt natin na the number of vowels are yung current value ng count po natin. So here, if we're going to run the code, ito po yung unang magde-display. Enter a text here. So let's try welcome ITS. Then after ma-input po ni user yung text po niya, just press enter. Tapos, mabibilang po yung number of vowels. So we have here 9. So kung bibilangin natin, E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So now naman guys, ipapakita ko yung flaws lang nung code natin na ito. So let's say, si user mag-input ng capital letter. Let's say nag-input siya ng Ana. Then yung first na vowel letter po natin is naka-capital letter. Titignan po natin, yung output po niya is 1. The reason is, ang makakount niya lang po is the small letter. Kasi po, dito po sa vowel natin, ang na-indicate lang po are the small letters. Okay? Pwede naman po nating ilagay dito yung mga capital letter. That's okay. Pero magkakaroon tayo ng problem. What if we're going to count din yung mga consonant letters? Medyo mahaba po yung string natin kapag ilalagay natin yung capital letter and the small letter. So, ang gagawin po natin guys, magdadagdag lang tayo dito ng function natin na to lower. This function will convert yung mga tinype po ni user into lower case. Okay? Para po makonsider po siya na ganito po ang vowel letters po. So now, let's try yung Ana ulit kanina. Kikita ulit natin dito, that's the first letter is capital vowel letter. Ngayon, mabibilang na po siya. Kasi yung to lower po natin, kinonvert natin siya into lowercase para po makount po siya dun po sa vowel po natin. So, ngayon naman guys, we can modify this code para po mas maliit lang po yung line of code sa i-consider natin. So, we're going to use another function, contains. So, tanggalin lang natin tong part na to. Then, copy this code first. So, dito guys, pinalitan lang natin yung second na for each natin kanina ng function contains. So, here we have a condition if vowel contains yung letter po natin. Makukuha po dun sa text na in-input ni user. Mag-increment po yung value ng count po natin. So, now let's try to run this one. Tignan natin kung similar yung output niya kanina. So, let's try again. Welcome to ITS Info Tech Skills. So, here makikita natin, similar po yung output, 9 pa rin po yung bilang. So, that's it guys, we're done with for each loop in C#. Kung nagustuhan tong video na to, don't forget to like. And kung gusto mo pang matuto about computer programming and other computer stuff, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more tutorial videos. Bye!